Hi, hello, this is me Praveen Fernandez, and this is episode 3 of Shakespeare Sonnet. So today we'll be discussing the poem that is the Sonnet 18, Shall I Compare Thee to a Summer's Day? And it is one of my most favorite sonnets of Shakespeare's. So Shakespeare uses Sonnet 18 to praise his beloved's beauty and describes all the ways in which their beauty is preferable to a summer day. The stability of love and its power to immortalize someone is the overarching theme of this poem. So now you're wondering, what is a sonnet? So traditionally the sonnet is a 14-line poem written in an iambic pentameter, employing one of several rhyme schemes and adhering to a tightly structured thematic organization. So simply, it's just a 14-line poem, that's all. I'm going to give you a simple explanation. It's a 14-line poem as any other, but a different name is given to the poem, or that type of description of poem is given as sonnet. So Shakespeare wrote sonnets. And we're going to discuss a sonnet 18, that is, Shall I Compare Thee to a Summer's Day? So why is sonnet 18 very important in arts class or in English classes? So the thing is, Shakespeare's sonnet is so famous because it addresses a very human fear that someday we will die and likely be forgotten. So the speaker of the poem insists that the beauty of his beloved will never truly die because he has immortalized in his text. That is, the beauty or his remembrance of or the memory of his beloved, it will never die because he has saved that in his poems or in his text or in his plays. So it's a very beautiful poem, and it's a very, very beautiful poem, and now I'm going to read it to you in the next part. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Thou art more lovely and more temperate. Rough winds do shake the darling buds of May, and summer's lease hath all too short a date. Sometime too hot the eye of heaven shines, and often is his gold complexion dimmed. And every fair from fair sometime declines, by chance or nature's changing course untrimmed. But thy eternal summer shall not fade, nor lose possession of that fair thou wast. Nor shall death brag thou wanderest in his shade, when in eternal lines to time thou growest. So long as men can breathe or eyes can see, so long lives this, and this gives life to thee. So, the speaker opens the poem with a question addressed to the beloved. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? The next 11 lines are devoted to such a comparison. In line 2, the speaker stipulates that what mainly differentiates the young man from the summer day. He is more lovely and more temperate. Summer's days tend towards extremes. They are shaken by rough winds. In them, the sun, the eye of the heaven, often shines too hot or too dim. And summer is fleeting, its date is too short, and it leads to the withering of autumn. As every fair for some time declines, the final quatrain of the sonnet tells how the beloved differs from the summer. In that respect, his beauty will last forever in his poems or in his sonnets and his plays, and this beloved memory will not die. So this sonnet is certainly the most famous in the sequence of Shakespeare's sonnets. It may be the most famous lyrical poem in English, and its place is there in the Hall of Fame. Among Shakespeare's works, only such lines such as "to be or not to be" and "Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo" are better known. This is not to say that it is all the best and most interesting or the most beautiful of sonnets, but the simplicity and loveliness of its praise of the beloved has guaranteed its place. On the surface, the poem is simply a statement of praise about the beauty of the beloved. Summer tends to, bring unpleasant, extreme windness and heat, but the beloved is always mild and temperate. So summer is being compared to Shakespeare's beloved or Shakespeare's lover, and summer here is personified as the eye of the heaven with his golden complexion. Golden complexion is compared to the sun rays, that amount of sun rays that are there, or the sunshine that is there during the summer holidays. So the language too is comparatively unadorned for the sonnets. It is not heavy with alliteration or assonance, and nearly even live in its own self-contained clause. Almost every line ends with some punctuation which affects a pause. So Sonnet 18 is the first poem in the sonnets not to explicitly encourage the young man to have children. The procreation sequence of the first 17 sonnets ended with the speaker's realization that the young man might not need children and to preserve his beauty. He could also live. The speaker writes at the end of Sonnet 17, in my rhyme. Sonnet 18 then is the first rhyme, the speaker's first attempt to preserve the young man's beauty for all time. An important theme of the sonnet, and it is very really important, is that the power of the speaker's poem to defy time and last forever, carrying the beauty of the beloved down to future generations. The beloved's eternal summer shall not fade precisely because it is embodied in the sonnet. So long as men can breathe or eyes can see, the speaker writes in the couplet, so long lives this and it gives life to these. So what he's trying to say is, even though his beloved is going to die, of course, we are all human beings where we need to die at some point. So Shakespeare says that, my beloved, even if you die, your memory will be passed on to the future generations. And it is actually true, because now, as I am explaining to you to this video, Shakespeare wrote this poem for his girlfriend or his boyfriend, right? And he convinces and he tells his beloved that your memory will be passed on to the future generations. And yes, it is true. I am now explaining Shakespeare's beloved through this video, which is actually true. And this generation actually knows about Shakespeare's beloved. So whatever Shakespeare has mentioned in the poem, it has come on to be true. And it is, the beauty of the beloved is very much focused in his poems and in his sonnets. So some scholars, they have argued that Shakespeare was bisexual. So if you don't know what bisexual means, that is a sexual orientation of a person. That is, if a man, if he likes a woman and if he likes a man, then he is known as bisexual. And if a man likes another man or is attracted to another man but not to girls, then he is a homosexual. Or if a girl is attracted to another girl and she is not attracted to other men, then she also is homosexual. So Shakespeare, the people who research his sonnets, they believe that, they analyze the sonnets and they believe that Shakespeare could be bisexual. And not homosexual, bisexual, because he was married at the time when he wrote this poem. And hence there are a few conspiracies that Shakespeare could be a bisexual person. That is, he is attracted to a man and he is attracted to a woman. And it is given in the poem where he refers to the fair youth. The fair youth is actually referring to a man, and it contains puns relating to homosexuality. So that is one rumor or one conspiracy thing. And we are not to judge. In today's society, there are people who are homosexual, there are people who are bisexual, there are transgender people, and so on, LGBTQ+. So there are many people, and we are out there judging, oh my god, look at him, he's a homo, so please stay away from him. No, that's a taboo thing. So there are still people who do not understand the concept of LGBTQ+, because people have their own identity. They want to live through their own identity, and that is what we need to respect. So what message I would like to give is, if you have a friend, or if you have a relative or a family friend or a person in your family who is gay, or who is homosexual, or who is bisexual, please support him. Please support him. Do not isolate him from yourself, or isolate him from the family or from your friend group. Do not do that, please, because they have their own identity, because it is not their fault. Their sexual orientation isn't that way, that they are attracted to the same sex rather than the opposite sex. So it is not their fault. So my message to you from this video is, please respect and please be friendly to LGBTQ+ community. So that's my message for you for this video. So thank you for watching the video, and please do like this video, and please do share this video, and please subscribe to our channel. We need your support, and we need a lot right now. So please support us, and until then, bye. See you next Sunday. Bye.